How's everybody doing? As everybody knows, I recently just got into Blu-ray, and this is going to be the biggest Blu-ray update in history. I wish I had some cool effects to go along with that, but I'm not very good with computers. Sorry. Biggest Blu-ray, update, hey, in history. No? Fail? Probably. Biggest Blu-ray update in history. Hopefully you can see this on the screen. Whoop. Oh yeah. Get it. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. I don't want this to all fall. It's gonna be a mess putting this back down. Oh, it fell everywhere. My dog just got scared. No Blu-rays were harmed during the making of this video. Hopefully you can see that in the frame. I don't want to redo that. You can also see how chubby I am now. Packed on some pounds. But hopefully you got that hole in there. Hopefully that was comical, because when I dropped all those Blu-rays after I was holding them, my dog jumped up and got really scared. But he's alright. He's cool. He's tough. Basically, I'm going to go through all my Blu-ray purchases. I went a little crazy, went overboard. I really jumped in there head first. I bought a lot of Blu-rays. Obviously, I'm not saying this is the biggest Blu-ray update in history. I'm sure there's somebody out there. Anybody can outdo somebody if they have the right amount of money. I see a lot of people on here that act a little douchey because they bought a lot of movies, and that doesn't make anybody better. Just because I purchased a whole bunch of Blu-rays doesn't make me better than you or anybody else or anything like that. I just want to get that out there. But I'm loving the Blu-ray. I jumped in there. I definitely went overboard. I purchased a lot more than I probably should have. But you know what? I saw some ones. It's like eye candy. Jump to it. So I'm just going to go through them, and I'm just going to do it real quick because it's going to be a really long video. Normally I like to stop and talk about every movie and give my opinion on it and do a little short synopsis of it. However, I'm not going to be able to do that with this video because it'll be way too long. I'm just going to go right through them, just show them real quick. Definitely let me know what you guys think of these Blu-rays, these movies in general. Let me know if you've seen them and what you think of them, and if you have any of these on Blu-ray as well. First up, I picked up Machete. Right here, love this movie. Great grindhouse exploitation movie. So over the top. It was perfect for what it was perfection. I had to pick it up right there. Great cast. So many stars in this cast, and everybody played the role perfectly. Love this movie. Such a fun movie. If you like action movies and over-the-top exploitation grindhouse kind of flicks, this is definitely for you. Had to pick this one up. Cool little slip cover too right there. Next up is Ice Age, Dawn of the Dinosaurs. I really love this movie. It was probably my favorite animation movie from 2010. I loved it way more than Up and many of the other movies that came out. And this is a triple play combo pack with the slip cover right there. Blu-ray, DVD, digital copy. I notice a lot of ones are having digital copies nowadays. I think in the future it is going to be all digital, and that physical copies are going to just be collector's items. I'm going to stay true to the collector's items. I like having that physical one. I don't like watching on my computer or anything like that. I like having it just right here where I can hold it and touch it. I love that. Next up are two ones that I picked up at Best Buy. They're Best Buy Blu-ray exclusives. I'm not sure why that is. It seems like they would make more money if they would release them in all kinds of stores, but first up is Rules of Attraction. I really love this movie. The soundtrack, the whole style of the movie, everything. And Shannon Sauceman is in it. She's my #1 celebrity crush. She's a little wacky. She named her kid Radio Science. It's probably the worst celebrity baby name ever. And I was about to order it from Amazon UK, and then I saw this at Best Buy. I had to pick it up. So there you go. Almost Famous, the bootleg cut, also a Best Buy exclusive. Cool slipcover. I was going to buy this at Amazon UK as well. Glad to see they finally released it in the US. And next up are a few Criterion Blu-rays. First up is Wes Anderson's Darjeeling Limited. Love this movie. Wes Anderson for me is a little hit or miss. I liked a lot of his movies, but not all of them. This is one I definitely love though. Had to pick it up on Blu-ray Criterion. Next up on Criterion is Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times. Classic right there. Next up on Criterion Blu-ray is 1977's House. I've only seen scenes of this movie and they look really freaky, and I had to pick it up. This is another one that I was actually going to buy on like iOffer or one of those bootleg kind of places. I didn't think there was ever going to be a US official release, and Criterion to the rescue. Last Exorcism. Cool little slipcover right here. This is one of those movies that people seem to hate. I haven't heard barely any good reviews for it. It's mostly all been hate. I love the movie. Kind of a documentary style, and then with a Rosemary's Baby twist ending. Love this movie. Dennis Quaid in Dreamscape. John Candy and Macaulay Culkin and Uncle Buck. Love this movie. I don't believe I actually had it on DVD, so this was a no-brainer to pick up. John Candy, may he rest in peace. One of my favorite comedians of all time. Nobody will ever replace him. Just pure comic genius. The 2-disc unrated edition of Superbad. Such a crazy over-the-top movie. 1408 with Samuel L. Jackson and John Cusack. Samuel L. Jackson seems to be in every movie ever made, but I do like his performances in a lot of movies. Mr. Paycheck. This was a pretty creepy movie. Fanboys, haven't seen it. It was decently priced. I think it was like $9.99. Decided to pick it up. Ninth Gate with Johnny Depp, Roman Polanski film. My Bloody Valentine Special Edition. Love this movie, one of my all-time favorite slashers. Canada, you know what's up. The Miner was an awesome character. I wish they would have made more in the series like they did for so many other ones. This deserved a series in my opinion. I didn't really care so much for the remake, but this is a classic. If you're a slasher fan, if you're an old school slasher fan, you have to have this. This is one you definitely should check out. 36 Chamber of Shaolin, Dragon Dynasty. Dragon Dynasty didn't do the best job with some of the releases, but still had to pick it up. Troll 2, the 20th anniversary Nilbog edition. I remember seeing this when I was younger, and I remember the crazy chick in the movie totally turned me on. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but she was kind of creepy, but also kind of hot. I don't know, I haven't seen it since I was a kid, and I decided I had to pick it up. I really want to pick up the documentary too, Best Worst Movie. I want to check that out. If you guys have seen that, definitely let me know what you thought of it. Night of the Creeps, Director's Cut. Love this movie, so much fun. Leon the Professional, all-time favorite of mine. Natalie Portman as a little kid too. What a great actress she turned out to be. And this has the theatrical and extended version. Zack and Miri make a porno. I've only seen parts of it, haven't seen the full thing. I'm not a huge Seth Rogen fan, but Elizabeth Banks is hot. So I figured why not. I think it was like $9.99. Outlander with Jim Caviezel, Ron Perlman, and John Hurt. I haven't seen this one before, but my buddy Silent Mike on here, definitely check out his channel. Very cool guy. He recommended it to me for a good sci-fi movie, so I'm checking it out. An American Werewolf in London, classic. Big Daddy, Adam Sandler, can't go wrong there. Heat, I feel like this is very underrated. This deserves to be considered a classic in my opinion. Gattaca, Ice Age The Meltdown. I love this whole series. I think the third one, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, is actually my favorite. As you saw, I picked that up as well. Road to Perdition. Love this movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. The ending is just haunting to me. I still think about that ending. This whole movie was excellent. This is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. I would say it's probably in my top 25 all time. Love this movie. Natural Born Killers, Director's Cut, the original uncut version. I know they have a digibook version of this as well, but that version is a cut. So I definitely wanted to get the uncut version. Independence Day, I've seen this on Blu-ray already. Amazing. This is one that you should definitely have in your collection if you're a Blu-ray fan and you want some awesome visuals and audio. This is definitely one to show your friends and just enjoy. Such a fun movie in my opinion. I love it. One of the best ones I've seen on Blu-ray so far. I would say it's probably in my top 10 of favorite Blu-rays that I've seen so far. Just for the picture and audio quality and overall Blu-ray experience. Reservoir Dogs, Law Abiding Citizen. I haven't seen it, but I've heard mixed things. My Name is Earl, Season 4, the final season, 4 discs in here. And I really enjoyed the show. It's a shame that it ended early in my opinion. It definitely could have gone on for longer. Master and Commander with Russell Crowe. I enjoyed this movie. I'm not a big Russell Crowe fan, but I thought the ending could have been a little bit better in my opinion. Overall still though, a really good epic kind of movie. Harpoon with Gunnar Hansen. I haven't seen it yet, but I wanted to check it out. It looked kind of neat. And I'm a Gunnar Hansen fan, so why not? Mel Brooks classic, Blazing Saddles. One of my favorite comedy movies of all time. Hancock with Will Smith. I still haven't seen this movie. I've only seen parts of it. I need to finally check it out. Seven Swords, another Dragon Dynasty release. Brooklyn's Finest, a cop drama, great cast, intertwining stories. Love this movie. Highly recommend it. One of my favorite cop dramas of all time. It actually succeeds in the intertwining stories theme. Predators right here. With a nice little slipcase. I enjoy this movie. It's a fun sci-fi action flick. It's not the greatest. I would say it would go Predator, Predators 2, and then Predators. And obviously having Robert Rodriguez's name on here definitely propelled the hype for this movie. Robert Rodriguez presents Predators. I mean, I think he was just the producer, executive producer, or something like that. But obviously that created a lot of hype for the movie as well. The one thing I will say about this movie is I didn't think the casting was very good on Topher Grace. I just thought that was really poor casting. I didn't think he did a good job in that role at all. And Adrien Brody as the lead, I didn't agree with that as well. I think Adrien Brody actually looked like a character from the original Predator, but he shouldn't have been the lead, in my opinion. I think he did well, he was in good shape, but again, not the lead. Adrien Brody, aka the Schnoz. He's got a nose like Barbra Streisand, it's crazy. He'll always be remembered for The Pianist. It's a fun movie. It could have been better, it wasn't the greatest, but it's enjoyable. Good action, good sci-fi action flick. Up in the Air, this to me was the best movie of 2010, hands down. Hurt Locker was a good movie, but certainly didn't deserve to win Oscar for the Best Picture. I think it only won because it was relevant to the times and Catherine Bigelow directed it. Up in the Air should have been the clear winner in my opinion. This movie was amazing. And I feel like it's very underrated even though it was nominated. Barely nobody I've talked to has even watched this movie, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Had to pick it up on Blu-ray. Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, haven't seen it. I thought the first one was okay. Better than I was expecting, honestly. So I'm hoping this one will be semi-decent as well. Jacob's Ladder, classic. This movie freaked me out when I was younger, with the visions of the demons and the hallucinations and things like that. Fantastic cast: Tim Robbins, Ving Rhames, Jason Alexander, Macaulay Culkin, Danny Aiello, Louis Black. So many great people in here. Very much enjoyed it. Had to pick it up. White Ribbon, it won a bunch of awards for Best Foreign Film, so I had to pick it up. I wanted to see it. Looked interesting to me, so I'm definitely going to check this one out. Identity with John Cusack, another one of those ones where John Cusack is doing one of the darker films. I love this movie personally. I like it better than 1408, but 1408 was still very good as well. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. This movie is tremendous. Such great action, and the style just blew me away at the time. It was like Matrix Kung Fu. This was a double feature film right here. Borderland and Crazy Eights, from the 8 Films to Die For After Dark Horror Fest. If you know me and you've seen some of my videos, you know that I love the movie Borderland. I feel like it's very underrated. Has some very tense scenes to it, and I definitely recommend checking it out. I haven't seen Crazy Eights, but I had to pick this up for Borderland. I wish it had its own Blu-ray release, but wanted to pick it up on Blu-ray. Magnolia, Traffic. A lot of people talk about Crash. Came out right around the same time. Crash kind of overshadowed Traffic. Traffic was a million times better than that trite, cliched piece of crap Crash, in my opinion. Hated Crash. Probably, in my opinion, worst Oscar for Best Picture all time. But there are a bunch of bad Oscar-winning Best Pictures. I'm going to do a top 10 list of the worst Oscar-winning Best Pictures. So definitely let me know what you thought of Crash and what you think of other bad Oscar-winning Best Pictures. Traffic was amazing though. Highly recommend it. The Machinist, one of my all-time favorite films. Christian Bale was amazing. He's a fantastic actor. Don't like him as Batman though, but he's been around for so long. Phenomenal job in this movie. One of my all-time favorite movies, probably in my top 20. Mega Piranha. Just picked it up because it was like $6.99. I figured why the heck not. It might be really cheesy fun, or if not, $6.99. It wasn't a complete waste. I could resell it, I could give it away, whatever. Haven't seen it yet. If you've seen it, let me know what you think. Looks like one of those really cheesy, like Sci-Fi Channel kind of movies. Hopefully the special effects and CGI aren't too bad. Princess Bride, classic. The Crazies, one of the better remakes that I've seen. Love it. I think it was better than the original. The Wrestler, or it should be called The Comeback of Mickey Rourke in His Career. He did a fantastic job in this. Great physical performance. And last but not least, V for Vendetta. Based on the Vertigo DC Comics comic book, screenplay written by the Wachowski brothers. Hugo Weaving did an amazing job, Natalie Portman did an amazing job. And am I the only one that thought Natalie Portman was still hot when she had a shaved head? Let me know. And I like how instead of the A for Anarchy, it's the V for Vendetta symbol right there. So there's my massive Blu-ray update. The biggest Blu-ray update in history. I'm going to have to edit the heck out of this video because I didn't want to talk about each movie, but I ended up doing it anyways. Couldn't help myself. I have to edit the heck out of it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of the movies, and hope everybody's doing well. Take care.